This episode of Live at the Blue Box has been brought to you by Tweaked Audio.
To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. It's now time for Binge Worthy. And tonight we are talking about
Stranger Things.
Yes. All right, from Netflix.
It's
Let's
amazing
introduce
and
ourselves
binge-worthy.
before we jump into it.
80s gloriousness.
You in the stripes.
I am Molly Southgate.
I had to look to see if I was
Molly
wearing stripes.
Southgate, host of...
You're not in your prison uniform?
Ever After podcast. It's
Hold that
Once
up a little bit.
Ever After, the Once Upon a Time podcast. Cuckoo for Who, the Doctor Who podcast. Maybe not the worst podcast ever, the Gallivant podcast.
Speaking to
That's
the
good enough.
Speaking to the
And
mic.
then you're on this show. And you somehow
And Real
weaseled your
Idiots.
way onto Real Idiots and Binge Worthy.
No. I weaseled my on to Binge Worthy only a couple times. I'm on Real Idiots.
You actually are. Well, you know why?
She really is the culmination of you two.
Are you about to
'cause
call
she's-
her? Are you
I mean,
about to
it is
call her an
amazing.
idiot?
Hold on. She doesn't turn her mic on or speak into the mic, but she weasels her way on every show like her dad. It's amazing.
It's
Just
amazing.
like your mother.
Wait, no, I do turn my mic on.
I
Sometimes.
don't.
I always
Mine's on,
do.
but it's not very loud.
I always turn it
And she and Martha are having their own show. How about you?
on. I could just scream.
What is this Week in Geek with Lil and I?
Yes. I'm Martha Southgate. I'm on such fine shows as Pinheads, a Pinterest podcast, and this,
This?
and Real Idiots, and Cuckoo for Who, and Ever all the others. Lots. Oh,
And the
Orange
rest.
is the New Black,
All the others.
which is current right now.
Yes. And we're having quite a bit of fun with that.
Yes.
I'm a little bit sick, so if you see me clutching my head, I'm like, ah.
Okay, way to have DCFS call now.
What? No, I'm sick. You get a
have a
headache
little-
when you're sick.
You have a little, yes, you have a little cold.
How about
don't
you
have
on
a
the
fever.
end?
I don't.
No,
have
I'm
a
not
show
talking.
is this?
I can't compete
Introduce,
with this.
introduce yourself.
There's no. Does she need more cowbell? What? I heard she's got a fever. No, my name is Chris Mao. I am co-owner of Blue Box Cafe and co-host of this and many other fine shows on the Southgate Media Group network, which can be found at southgatemediagroup.com.
Wow.
One
and a plug.
And a plug. Not just a hair plug, a real plug.
That's why I have the camera.
I'm also a, oh gosh.
You're a member.
You're also the
Mentioned
president?
Something I was going to say, I couldn't remember the commercial.
I'm a client.
you're
not just a
Client.
member.
Yeah.
There's the word.
All right.
Jeez, the
I would have
worst.
thought of
And
it.
I'm Rob
30
Southgate.
seconds from now.
Awful.
I am a client and the president.
Wait, turn around.
Yeah, no, I'm
It's
not.
shown.
If I turn around, you'd see I'm not a client. I look like a monk right now with the bald spot back there. It's my flesh yarmulke.
Hold on. Who else?
anyway.
Who else can we offend? I just want to know.
Oh, I'm sure.
Anybody text
Just
in who
hang
you
in,
who,
yeah.
who anybody else wants to be offended? Text in. We got you.
Hang in there.
I'm in a mood today.
Wow.
It'll come.
We'll hit
so,
them all.
So
Wow,
anyway, let's jump into this. We watched Stranger Things. It's a Netflix series. Molly, you usually have some details, or is it Martha
I did
this time?
this time.
I never have details for Binge Worthy.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
It's okay. Real Idiots.
oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Wait, she just called us real idiots. She wasn't saying the show.
Yeah.
No, I was.
Look at your dad when you say that.
right.
I'm a
Dad?
real jerk. I'm not an idiot. I'm a jerk.
I'll just
No.
wait patiently.
Real
I'm
jerks.
just over here
Can I go
waiting
to the
patiently
bathroom?
with my facts.
That can be our sister show to it, Real Jerks.
Yeah. Real moron.
A little, come back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
But that'll be Real Jerks with a Z.
All right. I have facts.
And you know what? Steve from
This
Real
is the best
Wait,
show
wait.
ever. This is
Steve-
the best show.
Steve from League of Geeks was on here watching us.
Was he?
Steve,
So,
we're
Steve,
making
if you're
fun of you
on-
a little bit.
Oh, that's amazing.
No, we're making fun of a Lil.
All right,
Can we?
Trey.
Can we? How can we get too much scrolling on here too?
That was
Yeah, we need them all on it. Well,
amazing.
Okay,
nobody's
that's
on
better.
now.
I
Too
don't.
much
That one doesn't
scrolling?
have any juice.
Oh,
Someone.
it doesn't?
Do you want Dad to turn it up?
What?
I can talk.
Oh my God!
Holy
She
cow.
has to do
Hey,
a.
Did Orion talk about projecting or something?
Molly
oh my
has
gosh.
to do a play outside, and so she's the narrator, and we kept saying, they have to be able to hear you across the park.
Hey, Jacob.
And she's learned how to project really loud. Okay, but that was really like insanely loud. But you're gonna don't keep going.
Not loud, like my eardrums are still rattling
Wait
loud.
for him to turn your mic up. Okay.
God.
Would anyone like my facts?
Okay.
I've been
Okay,
waiting
Tootie.
so
Okay,
patiently.
Tootie, what do you have?
Well,
Blair, please fill
let's
us in.
see. Yes. Okay.
Blair.
The facts.
Yes.
Just the facts,
Dun,
ma'am.
dun, dun,
It's
dun.
more like Dragnet. All right. So the show first aired July 15th of 2016.
Like a
It's
day and a half ago?
Yes. It's a Netflix exclusive, and it's filmed in Jackson, Georgia. Thought that was a little interesting little
But
tidbit.
where is it set?
It is set in Indiana in the 1980s. It was created by the Duffer Brothers. Do you guys
Yes.
know anything about them?
Yeah, I do. I looked them up, and first of all, I want to be friends with them because
you
I love
love them?
everything about this in every way, and I could tell we could probably talk for hours. But they also worked on the show Wayward Pines,
Which we love. We did that.
They-
we
hold
did
on.
that on Binge-worthy.
Did they direct it? What do they do for Wayward Pines?
Hello.
I think they were producers on Wayward Pines. Now I'm going to have to.
That's
look.
absolutely fantastic.
Now we have to look it up. But didn't we do that on Binge-worthy?
Hold on.
No,
They
we
were-
didn't. We
they
didn't
were-
do Wayward Pines.
Yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did.
Did we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Last
I don't think we
summer.
have
We
a.
did, it's Matt Dillon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Of course we did. But I'm saying
Oh, we haven't
the
seen
first
the
one
new
was Matt
season.
Dillon, so.
Yeah, we did Matt Dillon's.
Oh no,
Okay.
they wrote. Well, I see right here that I'm only on one of the Duffer brothers.
they wrote-
Matt Duffer.
They wrote
was
episodes for Wayward Pines.
He wrote 3 and then 1. So
You wanna play
He,
eight?
yeah, he wrote 4 episodes.
Toby Jones. So
But then it
just
has him
so
as
good.
co-writer on other stuff. Now wait, producer, Stranger Things, Wayward Pines. He was a producer on, and as a director, he directed. Oh, he directed a bunch of the Stranger Things episodes. It does not list him for that. Now I'm going to go look at the other Duffer.
Oh, for crying out loud. Can I give some
Do
facts
they
while
have
you
their
wait?
own beer? Is it going to be called Duffer Beer?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Give
Yes.
some
Go
facts,
ahead, Marth.
Let's go
please.
facts.
Well, I don't have any.
Bum,
But
ba-dum, bum.
I have, just like the people who are in it.
The true facts have been changed
Yeah.
to protect the innocent.
Okay,
What?
and every single episode. Okay, Matthew Modine is in it, and Rob
Oh
and I
my
used to
gosh.
love Jeremy Glick or
Jiminy
whatever.
Glick.
Jiminy Glick.
Remember, and his two sons
And
were
his-
Matthew and
my
Modine.
son's Matthew and Modine, and so every single time they show his
My
name,
two
we
sons,
cannot
Matthew and
stop.
Modine.
It's driving Molly a little bit crazy.
hold on.
So great.
It's so
If he was a
funny.
little
I
bit
think that's a
fatter, he
stage
would have been
name.
Jeremy Lick. If his head was bigger. Did you see that hair?
Yeah.
That hair was awful.
How old is he? Because I kept thinking, is he our age? He looks like he's 80.
He's my age, I would bet.
So he is 80.
How dare you?
Oh,
Yeah,
looks
no,
old.
actually,
I'm not-
I was going to make some Vision Quest jokes, but I'm much more into the Matthew and Modine.
The Jiminy Glick.
Matthew and
Oh my
Modine.
gosh, kills me. Winona Ryder.
Yeah, Winona Ryder.
She hasn't been in anything in a while.
Yeah, she has. She was in.
Okay, she hasn't been in anything in front of my
She was in
face.
Star Trek.
Yeah, she was in Star Trek.
When?
She plays
Like
Spock's
this
mom.
one
Plays
right
Spock's
now?
mom. He's 57.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
He's 57?
Yeah. He doesn't look a day over 70. No, he looked
So
okay
he's
for
younger
me.
than you.
Hey, Mr. Client, watch it over there.
Oh.
Hey.
Client.
Hey
Did I
now.
tell you guys this one?
What?
So I'm in this class, and the teacher is, we figured out, 18 years older than me, right? The whole time he directs all of his references to me because everyone else is like in their late 20s. And he's always like, well, you remember this and you remember that. And yeah, of course I remember all these things. And the one guy behind me that I'm going to be working with, the other day, he said something about how, now I'm 48. He said something about, well, I just turned 51. I'm like, dude, you've been throwing me under the bus for 4 weeks that I'm the old guy in class and you're older than me.
Oh, that's funny.
Now wait, it gets worse. The other guy that we're doing this project with goes, yeah, but he doesn't look. And he stopped. I'm like, you piece of crap.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, if he says you look 50, that's a compliment compared to what Lil
Yeah.
and I say about you.
I know.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
you just need a haircut.
Yeah.
Dad, you look fine.
that
What
wasn't.
happened to this show?
You're 30. Okay.
Ding, ding.
All right, what do you guys want to talk about?
You didn't finish.
Welcome to Live at the Blue
Well,
Box.
these
It's now
are
time
just
for
the
Binge Worthy.
people.
Yeah, you didn't
But
finish
let's talk about it.
There's
What do you? I
still
love
moments.
everything about this show.
Oh my
Every
gosh.
single
well, wait,
minute of
here's
that
what we
show
should
I
do.
love.
Do you has anyone explained what the show is?
It's
Has,
binge-worthy.
has anyone seen it?
Okay.
Okay, we have the whole season.
The basic
Whole
premise
season,
of the
Deb?
show. We're not spoiling though. You watch it over there.
Here and there.
So first
She's doing
of
a
all,
Dalek.
the show is.
They didn't have
it's
Netflix in the
very-
hospital.
It's very X-Files-y.
It is.
There's a tone
Alien.
to
Hold
it.
on. It's
No, wait.
E.T., Goonies, it's all of them.
It's very much. It's set in the '80s, okay, but it doesn't feel like Goldberg's is set in the '80s, but it's like they're laughing about it.
It's
This
a
is
caricature of the 80s. This is
This
not.
is it. This could have been made in the '80s.
And seriously,
Hold on.
It looks
Barbara?
like-
if they would have put it next to Deutschland 83, it would have been the same exact
Yes.
vibe. It's got that.
It's perfect.
It's
It's
the perfect
spot
80s vibe.
I have never seen costume design or
Costume
like-
design, they just go to a vintage store
no,
and buy the stuff.
Barbara. It's insane. The
Oh, yeah.
glasses.
You just go to Scott's
and the hair.
wardrobe and-
It
oh,
is
no, that's
like
older.
walking into high school in the 80s. That is insane. They
It was
never get
insane.
it that
Oh, and
right.
he's- that-
Nobody ever gets
Was
it
that
that
Steve
right.
wearing the rugby shirt? Like, not the bad one, but he's wearing it's like so
It's-
perfect.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Hold
So
on.
anyway,
It's the 80s without being that
It's very
Without
much,
being-
without being the BSE pop.
but it's
Bev
very
Goldberg,
much
yeah.
of a Spielberg.
Yes.
It feels
Hold
like
on.
a Spielberg movie right out of it, mixed with what you said.
It's John Carpenter
John
directing
Carpenter.
a Steven Spielberg movie is the way
Okay.
I thought.
It reminded me also of like when Tobe Hooper did Poltergeist, which Spielberg had his hand in.
Right.
It had that vibe. So it's
Okay.
it's creepy and
Hang on.
conspiracy and it's
It's
great.
George Lucas, and that's why they named the character Lucas.
Right.
Is after George
well, I'm sure
Lucas.
I'm sure that they. You know
It's
what?
Alien?
Not necessarily Star Wars George Lucas, but American Graffiti
Yes.
George Lucas. It's got
Absolutely.
a tonal. It's part of that palette. Absolutely.
It is. It is
THK, George
E.T.
Lucas.
It's Goonies.
But it's Spielberg.
Yeah.
It's Spielberg. Yeah.
It's
Oh, it's E.T.
Hold
all
on.
over the place.
It is so much the thing. It's unbelievable.
so it's the thing,
It's
yeah.
They had the TV. I've never seen it, but when they had that on, and my parents were like, "It's the thing."
They
Oh, it
had
is.
that on the TV. Yeah, the kid was watching
It
it.
totally is. But
Oh, actually, Hopper was watching it.
Oh, I love him.
I totally thought it was like I was
him.
expecting Kurt Russell to show up.
Kurt Russell.
I mean, even though David Harbour is very much
I
the
love
Kurt,
him.
he's a Jack Burton-y character. He's
Yeah.
you know, he's that.
He's
character.
perfect. He's
Right.
perfect.
Right. Yeah. No. This. And they got Matthew Modine. Very 80s. I mean, he
Matthew
was
and
big in
Modine.
the 80s.
Yes,
I can't stop.
You know what? Okay. So
that's
anyway,
so
it's-
90s. What are you talking
You
about?
would love it. It's got mystery to it. It's got that bit of like sci-fi spookiness going on.
If you like X Files
or Twin Peaks, it has a vibe of
anything
Twin
like
Peaks.
that, it does have that scary element, like and like the
But you know what it has for
alien
X-Files?
sort of thingy.
You know what it has for X-Files? It has the standalone. You know how they had the
Yes.
standalone episodes that were like the Monster,
Monster
of
of the Week, yeah.
This is like 8 episodes of Monster of the Week, but it's all cohesive and it's amazingness.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is great. What was the Peter
Oh,
Gabriel
yeah.
song they did? Do you remember?
I don't know
It's
what I
not-
ate for breakfast.
Heroes.
Yeah, they did
Oh,
the song Heroes.
she whips
but it
that
wasn't.
out.
It
'Cause
wasn't.
You said it. 'Cause you
It
were
wasn't.
singing it.
You know, I had never heard the Peter Gabriel version, so
No,
it
it
wasn't
was
an
insane.
80s
It's
version.
really good.
Yeah.
So.
That was
But it,
really
it was.
good.
I mean, Peter Gabriel is a voice of the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's
Him
why I
doing
joined
Heroes-
Amnesty International.
Yes.
Was to get the sweatshirt because
of Peter Gabriel.
Never mind.
No, you
might
can
wanna-
admit it here.
you might wanna
That
think
is
about
why
that.
on About a Boy.
Can we
You
edit
did
that
it.
out?
You did it to get the sweatshirt, and then you made fun of people because you were that
I
girl.
prank called the other people in my group.
Yeah, that's what she did.
I've matured since then.
Right now she doesn't
matured.
like. No, she just doesn't like to use the phone now.
Yeah, there's that. But
Because you're afraid someone's going to prank call you.
But the one guy's name was Benoit, and we're
okay,
just going to leave it
seriously,
there.
what am I
What?
supposed
So
to do
anyway-
with that? Of course, I'm going to prank call
Wait,
him.
what was his name?
The
Ben?
wait, I want to see this David Harbour. Now, what is he from? The guy that played Hopper?
I
you
don't
guys
know, but
know
I
him
love
from
him. in
anything?
I was
this.
waiting for somebody
I
with an
kept
English
thinking
accent
he-
to say Hooper. Hooper.
Oh,
He is in.
he reminds me of the guy from Wrong Week or whatever. Worst Week.
He's like the,
you ever
the
see that
serious
show?
David C. Riley or John C. Riley.
Do you know he's in Suicide Squad?
okay.
he's playing somebody named Dexter Tolliver. He was in Black Mass, which we haven't seen yet. He's from The Newsroom. He was in Equalizer.
He was really good in Newsroom. He was
He's in
the
a lot of
other
stuff.
anchor.
He was in End of Watch. Did you see End of Watch? Not the new Stephen King thing. There's a movie called End of Watch with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a little bit hard. I don't know if you guys would like it, but it's really good. And the other guy is in it. The guy that played the guy in Ant-Man. You know what I'm talking about? Michael Pena.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Good movie. Yeah, he was on the show Pan Am. I never watched that.
No, but
the
we
guy's
like
been in a
Pan Am.
ton, but he
This
was-
movie is set in 1983.
No, we
Hunger
How
don't.
funny is that?
This show is?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? They really got
They
the
nail it.
year right.
And they have that perfect blend of the 70s, like the leftover 70 remnants,
on
because
here?
it does
Right.
take a while for the decade to really find its identity. And so it has that little bit of
This is
70s
This
morphed
is definitely
in still.
pre Breakfast Club. It's definitely
Yes.
pre John Hughes, so it's not
Right. Although
It's not
like
new
a
wave
it's
at
like
all.
prima donna.
Barb is a
Oh, she's
prototype for
insane.
John
Yes.
Hughes. John Hughes
Yes.
nailed it because
Oh, yeah.
that is what they
Yes.
look like. And
It
we're not going to spoil anything at all.
No.
I do want to say, though, at the ending, it's not a cliffhanger, but there are threads that are left, absolutely. And there are characters that we believe are not with us anymore that I think
Bless
are
you.
going to pop up in season 2.
Bless you.
Yes. Okay, favorite
yes.
characters.
Favorite character? Go ahead, Mal.
11.
11.
11. You loved 11.
Hopper.
What?
And
And Hopper?
I love Jonathan.
I have them all
I
here.
thought Jonathan, the older brother,
Oh, my
God.
was
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Was he?
Now, you know who he reminds me of?
He's
What's the movie with?
he's Leonardo DiCaprio.
No,
No,
But he's-
Eddie Furlong.
wait.
but he's also Daryl Dixon.
Matthew
Yes.
McConaughey. What's that
Oh,
movie?
from
Dazed and Confused?
yes.
Dazed and Confused.
That's who he
All
could
right,
be in that. Not that it's him.
yeah,
could be.
no, but
he could be in that cast.
He could be in that
He would
cast.
be the Rory Cochrane character. I can't
Yeah.
think of who it
Yeah.
would be, but that's who he would be.
But anyway, yes, love him.
He's
He would-
excellent in it.
I love Lucas, and I love that he was so close to being the hero.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
How about you?
I thought
You love
Jonathan.
everybody.
I thought Jonathan was great.
Jonathan was great.
Because
Yeah.
I love that he's the one kid who's he's the person standing up for his brother. He's standing up
Yeah.
he's keeping his mom together. He's very much that quintessential like John Hughes character without being John Hughesy.
And he's the outsider, but he's flawed. Like when he took the pictures,
Yeah.
you're like, that's not really cool. You're doing that,
Yeah.
but your heart was breaking for this guy,
Right.
Right.
And the way it played out, I mean, excellent.
Who are yours? You said 11.
Is Lucas? I hate to say it, the
Hopper.
fat kid.
Joyce.
Who's the fat kid?
Oh, my
that's
God!
Oh my gosh.
Dustin.
Dustin.
Without his
He's
teeth.
amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, but who are your favorites?
11, Dustin.
Dustin and
Dustin.
11. Okay.
Hopper.
Yes.
Oh, everyone. But, and Joyce.
Oh, you like them
Oh,
all.
Joyce.
No one
Yeah,
has
Joyce
said-
was great.
Yeah,
No
Winona
one has
Ryder.
said Joyce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Okay.
Although she's a little too frantic for. I mean.
Yeah, she's too
it's-
high strung.
it's-
She's tough to watch, but
Yeah.
she was good at
But
it.
she's
Right.
so good.
That's Winona
Okay.
Ryder's character.
My top, by far, anytime she came on that screen, I died. Barb. Absolutely.
Barb.
She's only in it for like
I don't
a
care.
couple
I
scenes,
waited
but
for
Barb
her.
is
I
great.
waited for her
Right?
every
Like when she went to the party,
time.
she actually had lines and you loved her.
I love
yes.
her.
No,
Okay.
I get it.
So I love her. I love Hopper. I love Luke. I love the kid. I thought the kids were all awesome.
Yeah.
I thought they were all really excellent. And
Even say them as a whole.
and then Jonathan and I liked I really liked most of them, but I love Lonnie.
Yeah,
I thought he was played real, and he's like every like dastardly father, like the stepdad, or no, it was the
Wait,
uncle.
Lonnie,
The dad.
That ex.
Michael's dad. Oh,
Will's
no.
dad.
Will's dad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I love
Joyce
the
is-
toddler. I love
If there was a
Michael's
John,
Holly.
if there was a
Holly.
quintessential John Hughes character in that movie or the show, that was it. It was
Lonnie-
like the dad is just like, oh,
Yeah,
But-
Michael. Yeah.
what did I do? It's
Great
like,
Expectations.
Yes.
That actor, help me.
Ethan Hawke.
No, the guy who played his father figure. He was like the sister's boyfriend.
I don't
or something.
remember. Sorry.
It's him. He plays
Okay.
that character.
He was great. He was
really
great,
well,
though.
and I will come up with his name right now
There-
because you
there-
don't know him.
I mean, here's what I
He
thought
was the
about
guy
it.
from the Muppet Show that was the bad guy in the Muppet movie. In the
Tucci?
Chris Cooper.
Chris Cooper. He reminds me of Chris Cooper.
Not the
in Great
original, the one,
Expectations.
the Muppets. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Speaking.
I think that what this showed is when we're all talking about all these different characters and loving all of them, and really you
Yes.
do love them all, they were all so well written.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when Netflix series are at their best because the way these characters were written, the way they took their time with them, the way they were developed, you can't do that with 23 episodes a season.
Right.
You become caricatures. These kids were real.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
felt like I hung with those. Like I know these.
When it was
people.
over, I was like, no.
Yeah.
I want to know what Hopper is up to. Now,
Right.
if I have to go by my favorite character, if I have to pick one, I'm going to say Hopper.
I love him.
Because he
Oh
was.
yeah.
Every time he was on screen, it was like more.
Yes.
Right.
Even though
I have to say Dustin.
I could say that about Dustin. Dustin was. They
Dustin
were
was
all
brilliant.
like
They were
that.
all great.
I can't think of anybody.
How about the total nod to Walking Dead with the chocolate pudding was
Yes.
fantastic.
Oh, the chocolate pudding.
Yes.
When
I
he's
knew
like
she-
Carl
Okay.
up on the roof
Yeah,
with
those-
his big
those big
pot.
fig- I mean, it was
yeah.
fantastic.
Okay, so what,
Like, I knew
what
the lunch lady
references
ordered
did you
it.
guys get? This thing was
Wait, what did you
riddled
say?
with references. What references did you get? The chocolate pudding would be a Walking Dead one,
Chocolate
but
pudding,
the lettering,
Oh yeah.
Stephen King.
Yeah.
The Stephen
Yeah.
King books had a certain font they
I
used.
even
Right.
saw it on your books. I haven't read the Stephen King, but I saw it on the font in your books, and I'm like, that is
Stranger Things.
Stephen.
They totally
Yep.
did
Well,
that.
and we already said the thing.
The
And
thing-
we
Thing
already
was
talked about the
definitely in it.
movies that
E.T.
it's like,
because
right?
especially
well,
well,
the
E.T.
bike
the field,
riding.
the
Oh,
bike
yeah,
riding, but
E.T.
also going
When-
into the shed.
Oh,
was
yes.
a total
Or-
E.T.
E.T.
movie.
was
Or the
when
kid's
he was-
room.
Wait.
Huh?
Yeah, when he was showing her around the room.
Right. And Martha pointed out.
and he's in there like with Gertie, and then they scream and they do the whole thing. Yeah.
and Martha
Closet.
pointed out his blinds were Elliot's blinds.
Yes, with the striped blinds.
You know, something we haven't talked about.
We talk a lot about the wallpaper when we watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah, the wallpaper. Oh my God,
And
it's
I'm like,
all.
okay,
it,
that's Erica's room for the gold.
it actually affects my central nervous system. I hate it so much.
Oh,
But
my
I
gosh, it
but I
does.
babysat for a family, and each kid had that plaid wallpaper
Oh.
in
Yeah,
a
in
different
Steve's
color.
room?
One of them had navy and white. One of them had red and white. One of them had green and white.
The
And so
worst.
every time I watch it, I'm like, oh, that was Scotty's room. And then
Green and
the
white?
striped Laura Ashley wallpaper, and
Mine was blue.
and the table, the round tables with the tablecloths
Blue
with the
striped?
cover.
Oh, yeah.
Peg, you'll remember that.
Striped,
No stripes.
Wow.
With the skirts.
The bus is like all over the place.
And the
there from
wicker,
here.
the wicker mirrors.
Yeah, I
and
don't know
the
what happened to this
furniture.
show.
Well, we're talking about decor.
I could bring up some decor. At Winona Ryder's house, she had newspaper for window treatments.
Oh yeah.
That was
Well,
unbelievable.
she was struggling a little.
And,
She
you know,
made a
hold
hole
on.
in her
And she
wall.
went through telephones like nobody's business.
like nobody's business.
she made a big hole in her wall.
Breaking Away was
Breaking
referenced.
Away, yes.
Because they had the quarry.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yes.
Are
that
you
was,
cheating right now?
No. I'm looking
It
only
seems
at
to
this.
me like he's cheating.
No,
because
look.
he never mentioned Breaking Away when we watched it.
Well, there was a lot I was saving for the show.
Oh, you are looking at
The kids on the
How
bikes. That was E.T.
convenient.
That is very-
Yeah, kids on the bike. And
let's
the
see.
seat and the exact bike.
Oh, the banana
like the
seat.
banana
Oh.
seat and the
I saw that. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Although being older, a little bit older.
I had
you
another.
didn't have one?
Oh no,
You had a banana seat.
I
I'm
had
sure.
a brown
No?
one. I had a banana
Did you have
seat that was
hangers?
brown, like
in the
rodeo.
80s and the early 80s, I had the BMX bike.
I'm sure you
'Cause
did.
I
You
was,
were that kid.
Well, no,
I had a banana seat with hangers.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
What
But
are
my friends had the
hangers?
banana
You know
seat.
the,
or
the
BMX
handlebars
bikes.
that go up.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to get Molly one of those bikes, but
I would use that.
I know. But you
Is
know
she really
what?
up for that
We got her
ridicule?
one with gears because we have hills.
Because you
do?
got me.
There's another reference.
An actual cool.
I had-
Oh, War Games. This was a total War Games.
War
right?
Games?
War
Yes.
Games, totally.
But a little more obscure when they were in the bus. It was totally a Hills Have Eyes moment.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the Hills Have Eyes. When they were hiding in that area, I was like, yep, this is right. They had a little Wes Craven going. You're right that dad was, he was a Wes Craven dad. He was a John Hughes dad. The way they wrote him, the dad with the glasses, I was like, he seemed second. He was very secondary and everything. But
who did War Games?
I want to know what happened.
Who made it?
Who directed it? I can't. It's somebody.
Who gets it first?
But he has that same kind of thing. Like I can only remember the dad is eating the raw. Is that War Games or is he eating the raw corn? Or was that?
Oh, wow, I don't remember.
Was that E.T.?
He was eating
No, it's
raw
got to be.
corn.
It's got to be War Games.
Who
They're
was?
just like he's
Dad
so
and E.T.
remind. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Spielberg doesn't put dads in unless they're bad guys, basically. Although that was interesting
John
here.
Badham.
The one kid's
John Badham.
family was a prototypical Spielberg family,
Yes.
Michael's
Right.
or Will's family.
Will's family.
The other family was a John Hughes
Yes,
family.
absolutely.
Mixed
It
with,
was 16 candles.
but mixed
the
with
girl, and the
Total-
boy, and the
total
parents.
16
and the,
candles?
yes, totally.
Mixed
16.
with
where
the
was
Wes
Donger?
Craven
I just
family.
wanted to know who Donger was. So.
But it was mixed with
What
the Wes
about
Craven
Holly?
family. If you look
Holly
at the dynamics
is
of the
probably
family, the way
Gertie.
they looked at everything, I was like,
Maybe not.
I'm seeing enemy. What is it? My enemy or my deadly friend?
My deadly
I'm
friend.
seeing My Deadly
Okay.
Friend. I'm seeing Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm seeing
Yeah.
things from that, even though it's not that kind of movie.
There was
It was
hints
just-
of
they
Friday
really
the
hit it all.
13th, kind of. It was all. It was very Carpenter-esque. So.
And you know, when you said it was set in '83, I could have guessed that from one thing, and it was spot on.
Barb.
No, when they were in the car in the last or next to last episode, Steve's in the car.
the song?
And the song "Sunglasses at Night" comes
Yeah.
on.
Yes.
And I thought,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
No, but you would know it was '83 because it was on the radio.
and it was on Deutschland
And-
'83 when we.
It was on Deutschland '83.
They played
and
another
I
song,
was
too.
when that song was out, I was in typing class in '83, and I remember the teacher would put on music, and that song played every freaking day we were in typing
Well,
class.
they also did "Should I Stay or Should I Go?"
Yes.
Which
Oh, I love it. I
love
like
that part when they
Flash.
did that. That was very cute. I mean, it was very John Hughesy, but it was very.
When,
was
when,
awesome,
when
though.
he was hiding, they was just singing the song, and you could communicate through the radio.
Right.
Yes.
When 11 found him, and you heard the shit.
No, spoilers.
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 Yeah.
What?
What? I didn't say anything.
But yeah, man.
Look at me. Look how cute I am.
So
The point was I was trying to make it so your eardrums weren't working earlier, so that you wouldn't listen.
So
Yeah,
I don't
taught
think
you
we're
how
going to
to
have a
project.
hard
But I have a
time
microphone.
with this
Yeah.
one.
Just
I
pull it
wouldn't
away
watch
a
it.
little tiny.
If
was
so, we
horrible.
we're at the point.
perfect.
We got to give. Unless you guys have more information, we got to give whether it's binge worthy or not.
I just want to talk
It's
about it
binge-worthy.
forever. So
I
what
just
does
want to
that
live
tell
in
you?
it, and they are doing a second season.
Well,
So we know our
You don't wanna
criteria.
live in it?
What do you call it? Binge
Binge-worthy.
worthy.
Wait, I have a question for Molly.
Space it out, binge it out. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question. Since we lived that time, how different is it than how you and your peers have to live?
Very.
Okay, what are the differences?
You're not as awesome.
Hey,
that wood paneling was sweet.
What do you
Awful.
see
we
as
actually
like?
we have nice bedrooms. We can't go out like that. Like they just took their bikes and were like,
Just
"Oh,
leave."
bye," and they left.
That was
and they're
so-
like, "Wait, what's happening? See you soon."
Yeah, we want
They
you to
go out
stay
at
in.
night.
Okay,
they
Mom.
ride through the woods. They go out by themselves. They have freedom that you will never know. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Is there anything else that you saw that was like really dramatically different than how kids these days are? What would they have been doing if they were lived now? If the show took place now?
They would have phones, so they would be like, "What is happening?"
They would have documented everything.
Oh yeah, they would have taken
And they
so many
they probably
pictures.
would have been out in the woods because they were playing Pokemon Go, not because they were.
And then Will
Just
disappeared
riding
That's
in
a-
the woods
that's the next
because
horror
they were playing
movie.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go
So
captures
just
people.
kind of interesting.
Watch
It's
it.
just I just was curious what she would think
Pikachu
seeing that because I
comes
know
and
when I
attacks
show her
them.
things like Leave It to Beaver or whatever, and she
What-
goes, "Really,
what's-
you guys got to live like people
what's
got
his
to
phone
live like
with
that?"
the dial? What's his
Yeah,
phone?
the
'Cause of
rotary.
The rotary phone.
Yeah.
I will make the statement. My first wife's had a huge family, literally like 25 kids, and the youngest ones didn't know. We told them to make a call at their grandparents' house, which was my ex-in-law's house, and they had a rotary phone, and the kids didn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
They would push the button. They're like, it doesn't dial.
that's so funny.
It's kind of. It was very
That's
cute.
funny.
Oh, my friends had a fake rotary phone for like pretending, and they would they would use it. Like, you can't actually call someone on it, but they're like, we have an old-fashioned phone. And now I realize, okay, that's from the 80s.
Yeah.
That's not really.
It's not that. And they couldn't walk. She had to sit. She had to pull the chair right up because she couldn't walk around with the phone. She couldn't.
Yes.
Pretty sure when it's up
That was
there,
awesome.
That was
That was-
great, but she had to move
No
this chair
Yeah.
closer. That was great.
So anyway, okay, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit and just get her.
Oh, and
Binge-worthy.
hold on, and the smoking everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
They
was,
never
every-
stopped.
it was like
smoking.
It was like an episode of Mad Men without the
Yeah.
alcohol and
Yeah.
Madison having it.
Yeah, Hopper was constantly with a cigarette, and then even at the end when he's walking in and the woman pulls it out of his mouth when they're at the party, and you're just like, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
How about the freedom when they went into the at one point, without giving anything away, when they go into the Army Navy store and they're just like buying weapons like it's nothing, and,
Yeah,
at
that
first
would
you're
not
like,
happen now.
Wouldn't they be checking? You're like, nope, this was '83. They,
Right.
And the one guy said,
And how Hopper reacted to the situations with Will.
Yes.
Like, nowadays it would be like lockdown,
Yeah.
crazy. He's like,
Yeah.
he's a kid.
Oh, he's a kid. He's probably off.
He's off
somewhere
playing,
for the
yes.
weekend or something.
yeah.
He's 8 and he
What were you
just
gonna
ran away. It's okay.
yeah.
At the armor store, how the guy's just like, and he kind of was like, why are you getting this? And they're like, we're hunting a monster. And he's like, okay. And he
Yeah.
just gives them
Yeah.
stuff.
And
No.
those little hazmat suits they were wearing when like
Yeah.
they duct taped it, that was odd. That was very Spielbergy.
Yes.
So,
And she is so much shorter than Hopper.
Oh my
gosh.
And that
When
was
they
a
walked
in the
scale. It was
hazmat,
like
I thought it was a
3 feet
child. I thought it was like a
That was
child with a
really funny.
Yeah, she's very short compared to him.
Yes. I
Not
know the
quite.
feeling.
We don't have that extreme.
If we put you in a little hazmat suit,
Ours, but they were like seriously like this far apart.
And he's not. I mean, he's 6'3".
you haven't seen a
he's
picture
tall.
of the two of us in a while.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So, all right.
Okay, now we can talk
Do
about
you
winners.
binge it out? Do you space it out? Is it worth the watch, or is it forget it?
Can we pick one that's
Can't
not
even
like
say forget it. Binge worthy.
full born? It's
Yeah, I think this one.
unbelievable.
This
Binge
one.
the heck.
Yeah,
Binge
binge the
it?
heck. This one goes full binge the heck.
Yeah.
This is set aside 8 hours and watch this. Because if
Yes.
you don't, if you set aside like 3 hours, you're going to lose 5 hours of your night because you're going to binge it.
And don't be
Right.
like Deb and watch it sporadically. You
How
need to
can you
sit
do
down
that?
and watch it in its entirety.
In its
so,
entirety.
So Kathleen,
That's a euphemism?
Is that a euphemism for something? Are you?
hey, we lost our viewer on
There's a
YouTube
song.
Live.
There's a song about chasing the white rabbit, isn't there? Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Go
dun.
ask Alice.
Yeah, go ask Alice, would
Thank
you?
you.
All right.
All right, so binge the heck.
Binge the heck. Do
So,
not stop. Do
number
not
one, you
pass
need to binge
go.
a heck of it. Kathleen and I watched the first episode, and I go, we need to watch another one. And
Yes.
this was before she left on her trip. And so she's like, no, so don't tell her, but I watched the whole thing like
Of
the next
course
night.
you did.
You
but
have
you know
to.
what?
And then I watched
You have
again.
no problem
I
watching it
watched
again,
the last
right?
2 episodes today.
Yeah. So did we.
It was
And
Yeah.
you know what?
unbelievable.
If we said, you know what?
I missed a lot.
I think we need to watch some stuff, I would watch it again tonight or tomorrow because I
also-
loved it that much.
We also should point out Molly is not a typical 9-year-old.
Do not have 9-year-olds watch this.
Why not? You know what? I disagree.
We
think,
would have loved it as 9-year-olds, but most of her friends would turn inside out.
Okay.
You know
there
what?
Are,
Edge-
there
wait,
are
wait.
jump scares.
Edge
There's
people watch this.
I
Edge
disagree.
well,
nine-year-olds.
your theater.
I disagree. I think you know your kids enough. I think this.
Yes.
It does have some
Hell,
jump scares.
Alil's kids are watching it. What are you talking about?
Alil's
If you
kid,
know,
yeah.
well, you know your kids, but if your kids are the least
teasing
bit
you.
skittish, do not. They will turn inside out.
Yeah, it's a scary.
It's a scary show.
but it's not so scary
But it's
that like
fun
it's not like showing them Saw or
well,
something
no,
really
it's
scary.
not.
No,
like,
but
it's
this is-
psychotic.
It's like
There's
but,
some
but it's
deep-seated
closer
issues
to
to
like
this.
Poltergeist would have been.
Yeah.
Poltergeist was a PG movie.
What?
I don't know. She'd be that clown scene is pretty freaking scary,
Don't show me Poltergeist.
but that was something. At like 10, we could see
Come on.
that, no question.
clown scene.
Well, you and I would have been watching it way before that.
Depends
But
on the kid.
depends on the kid, but-
Molly did just fine. She hid her eyes through certain moments. She jumped a mile
Right.
in certain jump scares, but we would try to warn her.
Right.
We'd go, jump scare's coming. Oh, there's got to be a jump scare
you
coming.
were saying that, you're like, oh, yay.
Whenever you hear the John Carpenter music, turn
Yeah.
your head because
Yeah.
it was coming.
Usually
Yeah.
there are tells and things like that. So if you know your kid and you think, well, they can handle the story, but it's a missing child. There's all kinds of triggers. So if she has friends who have nightmares
Right.
over much less than this. So if you
Tell them
have
to toughen
kids,
up. I'm teasing.
it's
completely.
not a
I'm
kid's-
totally teasing. It's not what I want to
It
say.
is-
don't-
it
it's
is not a
don't boo,
kid's
folks.
show.
Yeah, don't boo vote.
It is not a kid's show, but if you know your kid and your kid handles things
Yes.
like Harry Potter and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
then they'd be fine.
If they can handle Harry Potter, they can handle this, I would
But-
say.
Yeah.
The one
it
way
is-
I know that this show wasn't set or filmed in 1983 is the special effects were way
Oh
too
my
good.
gosh.
Oh, yeah.
So
we can't
good.
talk about it.
No, yes.
Yes.
But anyway, that's all. I just wanted to make sure
Yes.
we hit
Oh,
on that. Because
scanners too.
Scanners.
Scanners,
yes.
yeah.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
And Invasion of the Body Snatchers. But
Yes.
sorry.
Yes.
To throw in more movies than it's like.
There are so many. Firestarter. Is that it?
Yes.
Oh,
Are we
totally.
done?
I didn't even think about that. Yes.
Totally Firestarter.
Firestarter. That's with Drew Barrymore.
And
So that's
MacGyver.
it. So it's a binge the heck.
E.T.
Definitely watch it.
Yes.
Go home tonight and watch it. It's so good. That's it.
Done.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to Bingeworthy. We will be back with the next one sometime.